I guess what day is it? It's Thursday, technically, right? Right?
We're performing.
So it's Thursday, in which we're performing. Hi, welcome to the stand-up show. My name is Atlin Hofer. We're just going to start off with the filmed introduction for the show. I've written something out first before I start right into it. So I just want to say that I've had the pleasure to work and collaborate with some very talented human beings. They brought vulnerability and awkwardness and humanness to their work, as well as a lot of laughter. You can tell right now that this is not going to be funny. This is for the institution. Anyways, let's just say that there's a common misconception around stand-up comedy where it has to be controversial, abrasive, and sometimes even offensive to be funny. But even though that this platform can spark a lot of, outrage amongst all decades out of its existence, I have to say that, there are many vertices to this complex and very kind of beautiful medium, and there are definitely a bunch of better ways to make somebody laugh than being an asshole. In truth, stand-up is a way to provoke thought. It points out the funny observations of life and the cracks in our collective logic. It makes us laugh, but also think about what we're laughing at. So with that, I'd like you guys to sit back and enjoy, have a chuckle, and, hear the works of some of these talented comedians that have been, that we've been working with since these past months. But before, I'd just like to say, this has taken such a long time to get together. The things that we've had to go through to make this thing happen. At first it was like we were gonna perform it outside. That was an idea once. And I mean, it was a good idea. It's just, then you start thinking about how we're in Canada and it's February, and I don't think anybody wants to walk a kilometer to go pee in a washroom stall. So yeah, I'm grateful to be here in Stephen's place. Shout out to Stephen's place. Zach's roommate. I gotta say, it's above all the weird things that have been happening, with this show, I think one of the weirdest things is that, I don't know, I'm performing in socks. Has anyone, I just thought that, thank you for panning down. Thank you. It's just a strange feeling. I'm performing in socks. There's a washing machine right beside me. You can't see it. The camera can't see it, but I gotta say that this is a bit of a foreign space, but comedians have tried to make it work in many different ways. Back in the summer, when COVID was, I guess at its highest. 2 years ago, I was at Ontario Place, and they did a stand-up show there, and it was almost like a drive-through. You could, a drive-through movie theater. You could drive your car, and you could park, and you can watch somebody 70 feet away talking about I don't know, avocado toast at the time. I don't know what was popular back then. You know, yeah, but it's like, you think that's genius, right? But like, you got to think about like the filters. How many people like you could see someone like laughing in the car, like, but you won't hear that. You know, people would have to honk to make sure that you would know. But what if you just like laughed but you didn't honk? It's like, you know, it's just, they're the filters, you know? And you can see that with like comedians doing Instagram live comedy shows, you know, showcasing their works online, you know? Like they're out there fighting for, you know, crying laughing emojis. Like, I guess that's what we've become. But I think right now this is the best we have, aside from, you know, like the Creative School giving us the actual space. Anyways, all I gotta say is that we've got a great lineup tonight. We got some really great and talented comedians who have some work in progress routines. You know, this stuff is always ever changing. And so I just gotta say, good luck. You know, so don't do what I'm doing. You know, so I guess to introduce my first comedian up to the stage, she's got hair, she's tall, 6 foot, around 6 foot, 6'1". It's around there. She's amazing. Let's welcome to the stage. Let's welcome to the stage, Kendelle.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna move this. Hello, can you hear me? Thanks. Okay. Just let's get right into this. I need you all to take a real good look at me. That's right, folks. Take me in. Take in me. Thank you, I love attention. Now we can begin. My name is Kendelle Parks, and I've had enough with board game companies. I just think they're way too trivial in their pursuits. Thank you for laughing at that. Stand up. Stand up is so much fun because comedians, they'll take the stage and they'll talk about themselves and they'll focus on a little odd quirk about themselves, something that makes them a little different, makes them unique, something other people would make fun of, but they're comedians, so they're changing the narrative. They're going to tell jokes about it themselves. And I think that's a beautiful way to cope. So you all had a real good look at me, right? So we all know what I'm going to talk about. Atlin maybe already talked about it. So let's just, let's say it all together. Ready? I am...
Tall.
That's right, I'm a Capricorn. I know, okay? It's written right across of me, it's so obvious. Strangers are always like, look how Capricorn that girl is. That girl is so Capricorn, yes. I know. We get it. You've stated the obvious, let's move on. I don't like introducing myself to people. I don't like needing to say things about myself. Yeah, I would prefer, best case scenario, no one knows anything about me. That's the way I like to live life, Just anonymously. So that question keeps coming up. The first day of school, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? On a first day at a job interview, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? No. Honestly, no. I got nothing to say. I don't know what to say to that. I have no hobbies. I have no interests. Honestly, I'm not even sure I'm a real person.
Aw.
Oh. I'm not certain I exist. How are you all hearing and seeing me right now? I don't know. You're gonna have to look into your own hearts for the answer to that question. Perhaps a collective hallucination induced by pandemic sadness? Seems likely. But what do I know? I'm just a figment of your imagination. All right. So, when that question comes up, I never know what to say. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Wow, okay. Ooh. You can see that I'm a Capricorn. I'm pretty sure Netflix thinks I'm gay, and I have the sensibilities of a farmer. That's all you need to know about me. And I will not explain any of that further. My first job ever actually, I was a school uniform salesperson. My official title was uniform specialist. It was a very fun job. I would, fold up clothes, convince people to buy more pants than they probably needed for that sweet, sweet commission. For legal purposes, the commissions part was a joke. Now, it was a really fun job. There was a boy who also worked there. The most beautiful boy you've ever seen in your life. Just an extremely, extremely attractive boy. I'm going to describe him to you. He was about 5'8". Bright red hair. He would part it on the side every day and slick it back. Lots of freckles, pale blue eyes that would glisten in the sunlight. Just got his braces off. Total 10 out of 10. Yes. And so, yeah. It's also worth mentioning our uniform involved wearing khaki pants. And I mean, I like to get in my khakis. Okay. But this boy, he was on a whole other level in his khakis. He knew how to work those khakis. Take my word for it, I'm a specialist. So one day, we're working, the store's dead, I'm working, my red-headed Adonis is working, and some other kid is working. I have no memory of this other kid. But out of nowhere, my copper-headed short king says, "Did you know I'm colorblind?" And this other kid was like, "You're colorblind? Whoa, that's crazy, I don't believe you, prove it." And so my khaki-wearing prince strolls over to the computers, and he's searching up these colorblind tests and doing them, and he's failing. He wasn't lying, he can't see colors. So I was like, "This is your chance, Kendelle, you've been wanting to talk to him. You know something about him now, go use that to start a conversation." So I walk up to him, and I say, "So you're colorblind?" And immediately realized that was a terrible way to start a conversation with anyone. It's just don't do that. And then he looks up at me. And he says, "Yeah." And then I said, "Do you know what color your hair is?" And he looks me in the eyes. And he says, "Yeah." And then he looks away. He closes the tab on the computer. And then he walks away, he starts folding clothes. It was clear something was wrong. It was clear I'd struck a nerve. He was refolding clothes that were already folded. I really hurt his feelings. I go into the break room. I'm on the group chat with my friends. I was like, "Oh, you know the beautiful red-headed boy I like?" And they said, "You mean the Cabbage Patch Kid looking ass?" And I said, "Yeah, him. Well, he's colorblind." And I asked him if he knew what color his hair was, and then he looked really sad and walked away. And they were like, "Yeah, Kendelle." That was such a weird thing to say. Why would you say that to him? Why are you so weird, Kendelle? And then I questioned if these people were really my friends. I thought they were being a little harsh. I don't know. That's the end of the story. It was, I'm fine. It was so long ago. I'm fine. He's fine. I hardly even think about it anymore. It's not like I wrote a whole comedy set about it. I only think about it, like the normal amount of time someone would think about something like that. So that's cool. That's my time, folks. Thanks for listening.
All right, let's give it up for Kendelle. All right. Damn. Short kings are actually, I think short kings are the best.
Yeah.
Let's
go. 5'8" is not that short, Kendelle.
Did somebody say, eh?
Maybe.
What?
All right.
Wait, what's wrong with short kings?
You don't need to put me on the spot like this.
Okay. I'm just wondering. I guess we all have our preferences. Is Mark Wahlberg a short king?
No. I don't think
No?
so.
I don't know, he's got that short energy. I don't know why. But I'm just thinking, someone who's got that 4 a.m. mindset, they gotta grind for something harder. I'm not setting up the next person. The next person, he's actually quite a beautiful boy himself, and let's give a warm and hearty welcome to Jacob Willis.
Someone can take this baby mic away from me. Hey everyone. Should I talk to the mic like this? That's great. I have my notes here, so bear with me. How's it going? How's everyone doing tonight?
Woo!
Yeah, that's great. Great. I'm gonna do the same thing as Kendelle. I broke it. How are we doing? Is it working? Great. Already starting off strong, aren't we? Yeah, maybe you could tell I'm new at comedy. I'm new to this. I'm new to this game. I'm new to comedy, but like anything else that I do that's new, I do a lot of research. Extensive research. Excruciating. If you know me, you know I do so much research. I watched a YouTube video, and it was extensive. I watched that baby at 1.5 speed. It was 45-minute lecture, so not bad. One of the things they recommended for new comedians to do in this video was to do power poses. Because power poses decrease your feelings of fear and increase your feelings of confidence. Confidence is key when it comes to comedy. I learned that. That's what I learned in a 30-minute lecture. So I'll show you some of the power poses. I'll grace you with my poses. So the first one's called the Wonder Woman. It's one of those bad boys. That one's good. That one's solid when you're in a pinch. There's also the Performer. That leg was my ad. It's just that. There's also the Obama, which I can't really do. I can't really do because it's him sitting in a chair, feet on the desk. But yeah, that's the Obama. So I was doing my power poses, like they were our musical theater choreography. Thank you. One of the things they didn't tell us in the video was that if you get caught like mid-pose, there's no way your confidence is coming back from that. You know what I mean? If you get caught like, oh, your confidence is back down to zero, and it's not coming back. I'm telling you, it's a risky game. These poses, risky game. Give me a second. It's kind of like getting caught masturbating. We're learning something about me today, aren't we? It's kind of like getting caught masturbating, you know, doing these power poses. Like, oh, it's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. I swear, I was stretching. No, I was caught masturbating once. I was done. I was finished masturbating, and I had fallen asleep with my it's still in my hand, like factory reset. And I woke up to my stepmom going, "Jacob, it's time for oh geez, okay, I'll see you downstairs." And I was still like just waking up, and I was like groggy, and I was like, that was weird. That reaction was weird. And then I looked down, like, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That reaction made total sense to this situation. So I did some power poses, you know, before we got downstairs, so that I could get some confidence. Yeah. One second. So yeah, I'm new. I'm new to this comedy game. New to this stuff. In my research, another thing I noticed was that a lot of comedians are coming under fire recently. You know, making jokes about specific marginalized communities, right? That wasn't the joke yet. That was not the joke. No, yeah, that, you know, like Dave Chappelle making jokes about trans people. Kevin Hart tweeting about his son being gay. Jimmy Fallon doing blackface early in their careers, right? Like, horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. In order to fit in, I mean, to really become a veteran in the game, right? I decided I'd make some jokes about a community of my own. And no, before you say anything, it's not any of the usual contenders, you know, LGBTQ community, racialized minorities, people with disabilities, redheads. It's no, not, I picked my own, you know. I love those communities, but that's all treaded territory, you know, been there, done that, am I right? No, it's I'm just kidding. No, I've picked a new community. Babies. Babies, yeah. And not just a specific kind of baby, all babies. All right, here's my baby material. What's up with babies, man? Like, stop freeloading and get a job already. Eating up my tax dollars. Am I right? Okay. I think babies should just go back to where they came from. This is a supermarket. Where are your parents? You should not be talking to strangers. You're a child. Yeah. We don't accept your kind here at the strip club. Where are your parents, baby? Jeez, that's the same one from the supermarket. Oh, God. That is one elusive baby. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, I used to be a baby. Eventually I grew out of it, but... That's the pinnacle of what we're getting to. there. No, I'm just kidding. I was born at a very young age. No, really. I was born 6 weeks early. 6 weeks early. I was born premature, undercooked. Okay. And it shows, doesn't it? It shows. Like you look at me. I say that I'm premature, and you're like, that's what it is. Oh my! I knew there was something wrong. I knew it was just a little bit off. He was a little fucked up. But there it is. I understand now. You said it. It all clicks. No, I'm just saying that. You know, when I popped out of my mother, all purple and fucking dying and shit. Surely they were like, this one could use a bit longer, right? This one could use maybe an extra couple minutes. It's a little raw on the inside. No. Yeah. That's how it works, right? Just, like, they're like, congratulations. Oh, that one's not ready. Just put it back in. Stop pushing, start sucking, Suck it back up. It's not ready. No, I'm just saying if I was cooked a bit longer, maybe I could have been a bit taller for that person in the audience who didn't like short kings. Maybe I could have a couple inches. I was just cooked a bit longer. No, I was premature. I was 6 weeks early. And because of that, because I was 6 weeks early, I had 6 surgeries in the first 1 year of my life. 6 surgeries. 5 of which were on my penis. Yeah. 5 separate surgeries on my little baby penis. Do not take that out of context. I have a normal penis now. It was a baby penis then. It's a normal. I was a baby, so it makes sense to have a baby. I've said baby penis a lot. So I had 5 surgeries on my ding-a-lang. And yeah, I had 5 surgeries. Like, they messed up, right? 5 surgeries, does that feel like a lot to you? That feels like a lot. Did they just give me to the med students? Like, this one's a preemie, go fucking buck wild with this one. No, that's fucked up. Excuse me. No, they say you don't remember that stuff, from like the first couple years of your life. Sorry, I'm not crying, I'm like choking. I'm A-okay up here, just, okay, a little premature. No, they say you don't remember that stuff from, when you're a young kid. They say that, you don't come into consciousness until you're about 2. But I actually do have a memory from when I was under 1 year old. I have a memory of them putting the cream on my hand, that numbed my hand before they put me to sleep to have my surgeries. I just remember the cream and a pain, and then, that's it. And I asked my mom about that, and she was like, yeah, you would have been younger than 1 year old. And I just thought that was crazy, because you're not supposed to remember that kind of stuff, and it must have been traumatic for my little baby self. So yeah, I thought that was crazy first memory. I also had a second memory as a baby, and it was me trying to get into the strip club to see some titties. That is my time.
Nice. Thank you. Oh my god. Thank you, Jacob. That was amazing. Talk about getting joked on. Actually, I guess I rarely ever do. I don't know. I'm biracial. I find it so weird because I don't know. No one's ever like, hey, you. It's just like, I don't know. I've never gotten that in my life. It's a strange thing. I guess, I don't know. I'm an enigma. I'm a real stumper for them. for the racists. I don't know. Because, like, I don't know. I guess racists want it easy. You know, there's never, like, a meet and greet for ethnicities for racists. They're not like, hey, you... I would love to get to know you better. It's never like that, I guess. But, you know, I guess I'm lucky. Yeah. You know who I realized that has been getting, like, stereotyped this entire time? Who watched Sesame Street as a kid? Woo! Yeah. Who says, do you guys remember Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
Yeah? Guys, his name is Sid.
What?
His name is Sid.
Where'd you get that from?
I've got my sources, and he has a real name. So, yeah. I think we should remember that. Anyways, for our next act, she's amazing. She's got a killer set. I'm terrible at introducing people. Let that be known. So let me introduce Autumn Davis to the stage. There you go.
So I thought there would be a podium. So I have to speak into the No, I'm letting them know.
Oh.
They don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
No. Help.
Wow.
Good job, Jacob. Well done, Jacob.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Atlin. Way to hide behind the TV. So, hello everyone. I will be doing a lot of reading, as in the way over, like in the car, I was changing it still. Ha 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 ha. Yes. So. Good. I am now 21, yay me, and I think of myself, as kind of childish, just a little bit sometimes. But then I hang out with my dad, and I realize that I am the adult in that relationship. He forces me to be the bad guy. For example, yes. For example, we'll be driving along, and I'll need to remind my dad, Dad, we can't stop for every broken down car, every unconscious old person falling in the street. We just don't have the time. We just don't. So there we are. We're getting soup to go, takeout soup. Cold soup for me, that's a no. You can take that cold soup and put it back in the microwave and heat it up. So there we are, we have our soup, and then my dad decides to go ask the server about her family. Yeah. We don't have time. No, we just don't have time. We have the soup, now we're gonna leave. So finally I pry him away. Yes, her kids are fine, her mom died, it's not really important. So here we are, we're on the way home, soup, yum, yum, yum. And right before we turn onto our street, there is a car, and it's on fire. Not a huge fire, but it's on fire. There's a lot of smoke. And, I'm sorry, it's not the funny part. There's a car on fire. And on the side with the curb, there's a mom and her kid, and the kid is screaming, and the ambulance, no one's there yet. And so we decide to pull over, and all I think is, oh my God, the soup will be cold. It wasn't funny. It was actually kind of sad. And... But yeah, it's like, Dad, don't be childish, I'm hungry. But think about it. People die, and you could feel bad, but what would that get you? What would we do if we pulled over to the car? Be like, oh, there, madam. Is that a Toyota? I don't know. I'm not sure what we would have done in that situation, Dad, father of mine. Yeah, I wonder with my dad what the end game is a lot of times with him. We're gonna save the world, great Dad. We're gonna go around to every homeless person hey, you, come over for dinner. That sounds super awkward. Because at the end of the night, it's like, okay, get back onto the street safely. Never come back. We don't really like you. And that's just a little, I'm just saying, forward thinking, dum-da-dum-da-dum. I'm trying to look at you guys, so I've lost my place. Just give me a second. Yes, adults. Adults like us, like myself, we are very mature. We know that you gotta be stone cold, man. That's the only way you're getting through this life. So when you hear about people starving, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I really wish I could help. Bam, it's actually not my problem. Kids that are sick, bam. That's also not really my problem. A dog shits on my mother's yard. Oh, that's suddenly everyone's problem. No, it's frightening. It's frightening. I've never seen a woman like pressed to the glass, like, oh yeah, like she's watching this puckered dog's asshole, waiting for the shit to hit the floor so she can like bang on the window. Like she's smiling, like she looks crazy. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah, I've never seen someone so interested on jump scaring dogs mid shit. She still insists on like living with me under my roof. And speaking of tragic situations, accidents, studies show that the more people are there to witness an accident, the less likely anyone is to call for help or do anything. And so I think it's really important that we all do our part. Walk away. Walk away. Yes, this is actually my philosophy for lifeguarding as well. Just kind of, and that's like, oh no, Autumn. What about the drowning children? Have you ever seen that movie Bad Teacher? Yeah, it's like a raunchy comedy. And the bad guy in the movie is this teacher who cares too much about her students. It's like, oh, disgusting, ew. And so like bad lifeguard, it would be like that. And it's like, Autumn, isn't that just children dying? Yeah. But it would be hilarious. And you know why? Music. Music changes tone. Music changes the mood. Music changes everything. No, I swear, if you added a couple like string hits from a violin to a porno, it would be like The Shining, just dum dum dum. I had something. Wait, yes, there's splatter spraying. There's people being impaled. Jesus. Right? Oh. Anyways, but most horrific of all in that situation is the one note performances. I know. We've all seen that. And you think like, oh yeah, this no commitment, like it's gonna be fine. No, like madam, I see that you have put the whole foot up your ass. But madam, I don't feel the whole foot up your ass. You know what Thespians. So basically I need emotion. I need you to emote for me. That would be great. Acting. Good sex, it needs emotion. So imagine sex is like bread, okay? So you're making, yes, and now you're making sex bread, but you don't put the dough in the oven, and instead you decide to suck on it raw. Yes, it's not good, it's not cooked. This is like emotionless, quiet sex, So you gotta bring a little fire, gotta do a little cooking, gotta vocalize. Put it on an I don't really care. Fun sex fact, monkeys are more likely to come if their partner is making noise. Yes. You didn't know, did you? Sexy fact. Now, it's not being fake, you just gotta open your mouth and kind of see what falls out. And just, and go from there. And society is really into fakeness, as you know. So it could be hard to be vulnerable, let that guard down, open up that jaw, and kind of see what happens. And that is why, especially for guys, it is very important that you have an awareness of this, The weirder the sound is for me personally, the better. Kind of squawk, like a waka flocka, like a, oh, ah. It should sound like it's coming out of absolutely nowhere and making zero sense. And that's how you know it's real. Because I know you don't want to sound like that. You sound crazy. Sexy. Yeah. But Listen, I have a dry mouth. There wasn't a lot of water. It's okay, Anna. Thanks, Anna. My assistant, Anna. She's a performer. She'll be great. Oh, yes! Story time. So, I was with this guy, right? You know, I was getting my waka flocka, It was a good time. And he was having the audacity to kind of ask me, you know, like, oh, is that real? Are those real sounds? I know, right? How dare you? And I was like, okay, I can't even whistle. Like, you think I'm practicing loon calls in the bathroom for you? I don't think so. So I asked him, you know, like, do they sound fake? No. Okay. Do you like them? Oh, yes. Are they weird? Maybe. I could understand that. But I broke it down for him. I said, well, I could just be quiet. I could just be silent, but that wouldn't be fun, would it? He didn't believe me. And so next time, I bust it out. I show him. I go, dead face, dead eyes. Actually, maybe looked a little dead. Come to think of it. But, you know, he wasn't into it. I said, bam, insert monkey sex fact. I have them so I can whip them out to change the sexual patterns of those I sleep with. Another fun monkey sex fact is that female monkeys are far more successful at making other female monkeys come. They did both those studies with humans, but I felt that the monkeys were the best to hear it from. Human people are weird. Yeah, so basically I convinced him to make some noises, and it's good. I'm not trying to fuck a silent, ooky spooky boy. I need to know you're there, that's all. Just know that. Oh yeah, I run into some like hard boys, you know, and they're like, moaning is gay. And I'm like, not enjoying sex with women is gay. I'm just saying. So, you know, boys, don't force it. You don't gotta manufacture some like side breath pattern, falsetto shit. Passionate sex and hot soup. That is what being an adult is all about.
Awesome. Thank you, Autumn. That was tremendous. I feel like we could learn a lot more from monkeys, right? You know, I reject modernity, return to monkey, right? I don't know. You know, what do they do? I mean, I guess everything changed when we started using computers. Isn't that what happened? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a bit of like a primate myself. I guess I am a primate. Well, never mind about that thought. Let's, man, I'm starting to realize that I'm bombing straight. Hard as fuck. It's not like I knew that from the beginning, but, you know, that's alright by me. But, you know, before I embarrass myself any further, I'd like to to spare myself from embarrassment, I'd like to bring forth the next performer. She's great as well. Yeah. Let's bring on Anna Kopacek.
I love how you bring this mic up every time. And we all gotta figure out how to. Oh, you just. There we go. I got it.
Okay.
All right, I am sweating. Why did I choose to wear a human stuffed animal sweater? I'll tell you why. All right, so recently I went to go see like one of those intuition readers, you know, and I asked them like, what do other people think of me? And you know, originally she was like, oh, sunshine, waterfalls, people laughing. And then she's like, oh wait, no. I was like, what do you mean no? I liked that answer. And she's like, I'm sensing a cactus. I was like, okay. And also a dopey Elmo. So I picked this sweater because I think it's as dopey Elmo and Cactus. And you know, a lot of other people tell me I live under rocks because, you know, my knowledge of me and skiffs, gifs, lingo, and, you know, pronunciation of everyday words is quite like lacking, some may say, non-existent, you know. I can't speak English, thank you very much. I just have my own way of saying words, but I'm targeted, you know, for not knowing the pronunciation of words. I mean targeted, you know. Bagel, pillow, barbarous, Miss Dorsal. I like this, like Finding Dory, but with your body, you know. Buffet, that one is just fun, you know. Milk, February. How do you even spell that? I think that is why we all use Feb. We all don't know, you know. Recently, I also found out about the word lilac. Apparently, people, it's pronounced lilac. I think that one's up to preference, to be quite honest. You know, everyone loves playing that game where they just start telling you how to say words. You know, they just insert themselves in the middle of your story, and they're like, no, man, it's lilac. And then I suddenly get excited because I'm like, oh, we're going to play a game. And then we just stare into each other's souls and we're like, lilac. And I keep trying, and I keep not getting it because I can't say the fucking word. And you know, and I feel like I'm back in kindergarten. You know, but really, it's all about confidence, right, Jacob? Power pose it up, people. You know, it's about confidence. Because, you know, Benedict Cumberbatch, the guy named after a breakfast meal, he can't. Mans can't even say penguin. And he's done pretty damn good for himself, am I right? You know who's also done pretty damn good for themselves? So damn good for themselves, it confuses me. Jeff Bezos makes $3,715 per second. Wow, right? That's not even funny. It's just a fact that we all now know. You know that gay Mario Wii party? The one that kind of hit like, you know, yeah, I can say Mario. You know, the game that kind of feels like capitalism, because you gotta jump through hoops, run on things, kick things, you know, in order to get coins and win money. You know, you're just Bowser. You win a little empty game, or you're on one of those numbers and you win, and then Cloudman's, you know, he just comes up to you, starts shooting you with cash, and you're just shooting. Okay, well, if Jeff Bezos had a Mario Wii character, okay, Mans would be green like arugula, because he'd be eating cash for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Clouds Mans would just be like, and he'd just be shaking every second. But then I would strategize in this world, okay? I would be Yoshi, you know, the one with the long tongue that can just eat anything. You just eat things. I would follow along Jeff Bezos, and I would try and lick up his cash, you know. I realize how wrong that sounds, and all. But we are in a PS5 Nintendo world, okay, people? No licking here, am I right? They don't have any, like, private parts, right? It just kind of ends. But yeah, and everywhere. Anyways, Luigi, Waluigi, those peeps. Anyways, money helps with confidence. You know what also helps with confidence? Getting late. Woo! Oh yeah, yes! I was never late in high school. That didn't get a woo. Okay. Alrighty. So, you know, I had to find different ways to strategize in high school to, you know, get my confidence upped. So I would try getting that, you know, like hot goss in class, and try and getting my ways. And so in Miss Fantacci's class, I was like, oh, I got the hot goss. But let me preface with, I may have gotten some of my terminology mixed up. I may have thought a queef was a camel toe, and a camel toe was a queef, you know? So I was like to all my friends, you know, little Anna was like, everyone in the whole entire school needs to know about Miss Fantacci's huge ass freaking queef. I was like, you gotta go see it, you know? I was sitting there front row, and it's all I could stare at. It was just like looking at me in the eyes. And you know, everyone's just thinking like, what? Is Miss Fantacci just like releasing queef sounds? Like, is she just farting? How do you know the difference between a fart and a queef? Does the air release differently? Is Anna talking in hyperboles? Is she okay, you know? What do you mean it's still in the room? That shit's just wafting? It's creating gas? I don't know. How do you know the difference between queef sound and a fart? One makes sound, one doesn't. Hi, Anna. And you know, that same day in class, phys ed class, I raised my hand, because you know when you have a good question, you're like, I think everyone's thinking, you know, the same thing I'm thinking. And I was like, are testes balls? Because no one teaches you these things when you live under a rock, you know? No one does. They don't. Neither does Elmo. So, yeah, that's it for y'all tonight.
Thank you. That was amazing. Everybody give a clap for. Wow, that was awesome. You know, I'm something of a writer myself. You know, as you can see, I've totally written all the things that I was about to say. This entire show. But before I get into the scripted stuff, I guess I'll just. Let's just welcome to the stage Cameron Stafford.
Hello world. Today, I wanted to tell you all a story. This is a story for all my crunchy, crusty, oily, and flaky folk out there. Yeah. My name is Cameron Staffen. And I, too, am an oily bitch. You may be confused what I mean by that. So, my whole life, I've had rashes and blisters and boils. I mean, you name it. I've always been a very textured individual. My mother used to say that my face was like a beautiful, magical garden because we never knew what the fuck would sprout from it next. You know, one minute I just look like a normal, cute little boy. Next minute I look like fucking magma. One minute I'm chilling over there playing with my Tonka trucks. Next minute I'm oozing from every pore like a human fountain. And you know, this happened at a very young age. So I would look around at all the lush, smooth-skinned toddlers that surrounded me, just accepting the fact that I am a flaky, clogged up excuse of a boy. And I would remain said clogged up boy for a while this went on. So much so that in grade 3, there was a nickname coined for me. They called me Crispy. Like I'm a fucking chicken strip. One boy even had the audacity to tell me to stop shedding on his desk, which I was probably doing, but excuse me, bitch! Don't treat me like an amphibian. I'm not molting. I'm struggling. Have a heart. Gives me hot just thinking about it. You know, so I go home and I'm all, Mom, these bum bitches are calling me Crispy at school. And she's all, sweetheart, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. But they did hurt. Okay, I was being treated like a walking rotisserie at that school. They thought I was 2% boy and 98% crisp. Well, not anymore. Oh, Crispy. Can you pass me a pencil? Oh, Crispy, can I borrow an eraser? Oh my God, Crispy, I think you have one of your flakes in my sandwich. Fuck off, Sandra! You should be thankful. That's some extra seasoning for you. You know, so I had all this rage built up, all this anger, until I eventually released it. Through my bladder. I'll elaborate. Grade 5, that bus safety assembly, you know, the one with that weird little bus mascot. Anyway, I pull up to school looking like lasagna. I had a rash that flared up and just covered the entirety of my face, so I was just feeling wonderfully confident. And I walk in, sit down. There's a bunch of kids chatting, probably gossiping about my ham-like appearance, when I get a little message from my little Peter Parker downstairs. You know, I have to pee. And I'm all, okay. There, little guy, we can't do that now, it's an assembly. But bitch didn't want to listen. My bladder was filling up more and more by the second, and I don't know how much my little urethra could take, but my insecure little child mind thought, wow, Okay, I can't go up to a teacher because she's gonna see my rancid-ass little rashy face and just bully the shit out of me. I mean, I could see it all there. Madam Kennedy, can I please go to the bathroom? Fuck if I let a nasty-ass child out of my sight. Sit down, crispy bitch! And then the whole auditorium would turn around and begin chanting, crispy, crispy, crispy. And I couldn't have that. So I pissed myself. Yeah. Nice little warm midday bath, never hurt anyone. And, you know, I mean, as I turned into a teenager, these skin problems progressed into acne, which is especially troubling because this is the point of our lives when, you know, where all the loving is happening. No honeys for me because I looked like fucking meat pie. And no one wanted to come around and talk love to a 6-foot-tall meat pie of a man. So I would hide my face a lot, you know, very paper bag princess vibes. Sometimes I would try to cover it up with makeup, but that was futile. That was like putting polysporin on a brain tumor. Like using a condom, but cutting a hole in it so your penis can breathe. It's not gonna work, honeybee. You know, you may not see the immediate damage, but you get close and it's just as crusty. And you know, I mean, I started taking care of my skin, so now I'm looking good, I'm feeling fine. So if you're struggling, you can take solace in knowing that, you know, it might get better. It also might not, though, so, you know, there's that. But, you know, people would always tell me, you know, Cameron, like, really, your skin is not that bad. Like, yeah, to you. You don't have boils growing out of your asshole. And I guess it just puts it all into perspective because, you know, you may think you look like cold cuts, but that doesn't mean we look like, you know, doesn't mean we look like that to everyone else. You know, like my mother said, you are not crispy, crunchy, flaky, you know, you're not that. You're simply a beautiful, magical garden, and we just don't know what the fuck is gonna sprout from you next. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I keep on thinking that this is gonna make a giant noise, but it's just my voice, and that's just even more embarrassing, I guess. It reminds me of a time when, I guess high school is high school, middle school, it's just a terrible time altogether. You know, I thought that, orgasm was organism, you know. We'll just keep it at that. I guess I shouldn't waste anyone's time. Oh my gosh. This is excruciating. Wow. You know what? I think I'm just gonna milk this. You know, I think I should learn right now what this feels like before I guess anytime later. You know. I guess feel now, learn later. But sadly, I guess we have our last act for tonight. He's got a special performance for us tonight. I won't try to hype you up too much. Wait, no, I should? Nah. We got a special performance tonight. We all know him. Steven. I'm being very misleading right now. Stephen Howe, come up to the stage.
Wow. Okay, let me just move things over a bit. That'd be so great. So there's some tape on the floor. If you can match the tape, you can match the edge to the tape. Lovely prod folks put on the tape. You can match the tape. You can never let actors do a production person's job. No.
What do you think that team was?
That's great. Oh, I guess.
Is it this tape or this tape?
No, the back one, the back one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna
Turn. Yes, there you go.
Oh, very good. Very good. Wow. Hold on, real quick second. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just quickly. Wait, is it? Oh, it's not even plugged in. It's not plugged in. Give it a quick second. Oh. And here it is. Hello, welcome to my apartment. This stand-up show is brought to you by LG. Life is good. It's not actually.
That's why it's
But first of all, thank you, Anna, for hyping up the crowd. I will not be able to match your energy. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get right into it. I don't know why I'm looking at the camera. The audience is right here. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the news. Anybody here read news? Let me just hear. Woo! One person read news. No. Great. Yeah, news. Yes. What kind of news do you read? Let me just because I heard you call.
Politics?
Politics are fun. Any other news? Anyone else here read news? They can't be the only person. Woo! News! What kind of news do you read, my friend?
I like news for Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I love it. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I also read a lot of news about Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anyone else here read news?
Hockey.
Hockey! Sports, exactly. No. Yeah, I find that I don't read news as much as I used to anymore. I find that most news article nowadays, you kind of just like read the headline, and then it kind of encapsulates what the article is about. I know it's bad. It's bad that I just read the headline and just move on. But I find that majority of the headlines nowadays sort of just encapsulates the entire article. You know, it's kind of like a trailer that gives away the plot of the movie. It just encapsulates the entire thing that you don't even really have to read it to understand what's happening. Like for example, I was reading the news the other day. And it said, SpaceX rocket, booster on collisions course with the moon. The booster, whatever, like the bonfires or whatever. But the point is, I read that and I went, yes, boring. I know exactly what this article is about, right? I knew exactly what it's going to say. Let me show you another one. Winter storms slams northeast U.S. hitting 10 states. Boring. I read the headline and I go, yes, it hits 10 states. So what? Right? For example, here's another one. Sports. Somebody told me about sports earlier, right? After 22 years and 7 rings, Tom Brady set to retire in the NFL. Boring. Right? I go down and I go, okay, great, he's retired. Why is there a whole fucking article? Right? But just wait a minute. Update. Despite reports, Tom Brady hasn't made up mind on retirement, AP sources says 9 minutes ago. Boring! Right? Why is there an update about a headline that was already encapsulating the entire, like, he's retiring, he's not retiring, who the fuck cares? Right? Who the fuck cares? It doesn't matter. So, I find that that's the problem with news articles nowadays. You know, they say good journalism is dead, but I'm here to prove you wrong. I think good journalism isn't dead. I think in fact it exists within the younger generation. Like when we read news, right? Now I get my news, a lot of articles I see on Instagram, on Snapchat, right? They do these fun little infographic with a one-liner and it kind of like pulls you in right away, right? And I thought, hey, maybe we can learn from that. Let me show you a couple of Great, so to the audience here tonight, anyone here in a relationship, a stable one? Woo! Okay, you're in a relationship, sir? Are you in a relationship currently?
Not currently.
Not currently. That is all good. Anyone else in a relationship? That was really fucking awkward. Anyone else in a relationship? You, sir. You're in a relationship. Great. Okay. Tell me about your relationship. How long have you and your partner been dating?
A year and 3 months.
A year and 3 months, congratulations. The funny thing is I already knew that, but in order to create the drama, I pretended that I didn't know for the audience who's watching. Yeah, okay, great. Have you and your partner kissed?
Jesus.
After your video, I would hope so. Yes, yes, great, that's fantastic. Well, sir, did you know that every kiss begins with cheating? That's right. That's right. Tell us more. Tell us more. Every kiss begins with cheating.
You've got all the information. You tell me.
Exactly, right? So here's the thing. I see this post, and I go, boom! I'm in. Right? I read the headline, I go, every kiss begins with cheating. Boom, tell me more. Right? Tell me how every relationship has started with kissing. Right? Furthermore, speaking of searching love, anyone here use the infamous dating app Bumble? Anyone in the audience here? Anyone? Bumble, something like that. Fantastic. There's a lot of shameful yeses in the audience. Anyone here use Bumble? Because I'm a real love, so I use Bumble. No, great. Bumble. I saw a couple of hands. Yeah, sir over here. Yeah, you use Bumble?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you find your experience on Bumble? Do you like using Bumble?
Don't love it.
Don't love it. That is perfectly okay. Because this next post will prove you wrong.
Whoa.
This love is real. And we found it on Bumble. First of all, boom, I mean. Right away I read the article and I go, this love is real and we found it on Bumble? Yes, tell me more. Tell me more about this real love that we found it on Bumble. I want to learn more about this story, right? Look at this guy. Look at how happy he is. Staring to the camera with his mouth wide open. Look at this girl. The elegant pose with hand. Right? Looking above. I don't know what she's looking at, but it's not him. But then love is real, right? I'm sure that he makes some freaky noises in bed, right, Autumn? But the point is, I'm right in, right? I see the article and I go, I'm right in, and now I want to use Bumble. Maybe it's time to get on Bumble, because clearly, this love is real, and they found it on Bumble. Let's move on. Where are my LGBTQ folks at in the audience? Let me hear you. Woo! Oh god, that was really loud, I'm sorry. Amazing, great. I heard a really loud cheer over there, my friend over there. So if you don't mind sharing, which part of the Alphabet Mafia are you a part of? G! He's part of the G! Well, guess what? Bisexuals are waiting for you. I don't know how that relates to you being gay, but the point is that bisexuals are indeed waiting for you. And in case you didn't know that she was bisexual, the half pink, half blue, very, you know, because that's the color representing the two genders, the only two genders, right? No. In case you didn't know that, right? But first of all, boo, I'm in. I see bisexuals are waiting for you, and I go, tell me more, right? Tell me more. Maybe time me more. Thank you. No. But yes. Great. Moving on. To move away from the love scene a little bit. Anyone here in the audience listens to pop music? Pop music. Because some pop music fans in the audience. Pop music fans. Pop music. Yeah. Very good. Anyone here listens to Billie Eilish? Let me hear some.
Sure.
Billie Eilish. You listen to Billie Eilish?
Yes, I do.
Great. What's your favorite song by Billie Eilish?
Happier Than Ever.
Happier Than Ever. I love that song. Tell me, if you could imagine that Billie Eilish has this one singular crisis, right? The singular crisis that she has. What crisis would it be?
Loneliness?
What a profound answer. I mean, aren't we all? That's why I use Bumble though, because that love. Yes, but what if I told you that the singular crisis that Billie Eilish has is that she just doesn't get why people are still talking. Billie does not get why people are still, just in general, why am I still talking? Boom, I'm in! Right? When you read that article, I go, Billie doesn't get why people are still talking. I don't get why people are still talking. Tell me more. Esquire, right? Right? Show me more of what is it about? Look at her. She's so comfortable. She's confident, right? She's calming her own skin, and she's just walking down the street, trending down the street. Why are people still talking in general? Again. Anyways, so that's why I don't believe that journalism is dead. So with the lesson that we've learned from the post that we just went through together as a collective, I want to maybe go back and fix some of the boring article titles that we read earlier. Let's start. Beginning with SpaceX rocket booster on collision course with the moon. I see this post, I go, SpaceX, moon, Falcon maybe in a thing, right? SpaceX launches rocket and the moon says, get out of me swamp. And then a picture of Elon Musk. Oh, boom, I'm in! Right away I go, okay, tell me more about Get Me Out of the Swamp. Wait, that's a reference from Shrek. Caw, there's a bird noise. What is going on? Let me read more into it. Right, moving on. Winter storm slams northeast US, hitting 10 states. Boring. How can we fix it? Winter storm slams only racial minority groups in the US. Report says not the most racist thing that's happened in the last 5 years. Boom! I'm in! Right, I read the article and I go, wait a minute. A winter storm that targets racial minority groups only, right? You think about that, you go, wait a second. Why are Snow white? Right? Whenever I think about that question, right? It just so happens that the snowstorm is white, right? Moving on. After 22 years, 7 rings, Tom Brady is set to retire NFL. Boring. Let's fix it. Let's keep it simple. Right? Boom, I'm in. Tell me more. Tell me how Tom Brady has died. This is what I want to learn more. Right? Even when we get the update, it says Tom Brady hasn't actually died yet. However, might touch more balls. Right? That's his career after all. Anyways, that's why I think that with these lessons, we're able to fix some of the news outlets, some of the boring headlines that we're reading in the media today. My name is Stephen Howe, and this has been my story.
Oh my god.
Back to afterward.
Sorry. Sorry, I broke the backstage bit. But as you can see, I guess stand-up is hard, alright? I mean, I love stand-up. That's why I got a bunch of other people to do it for me. Because I love watching it, and I'm scared as fuck. I'm a weak little boy. But you know, I guess this is a fun lesson that we could all experience, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people who tried to make this possible. I know, wow, I just got right into the heartfelt shit. I just skipped all the funny stuff. I don't know, I probably still have any of it. But I don't know, I just wanted to say thank you to, you know, Sofia and Kate, my stage manager, assistant stage manager. You know, you guys were awesome, and you guys introduced me to GatherTown. I think Daniel, you literally you saved me, and all my performers, you know, Steven and Jacob and Kendall and Anna and Autumn. It's fine, and Cameron, even though he can't be here live. Am I allowed to say that? He is not allowed to be here, technically. Food poisoning is a hell of a thing. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you for coming out tonight. You guys have been a wonderful audience, and yeah, thank you.
time.